Hello, guys. Good afternoon. So, for today, we're about to study the elements of music. So, before that, I would like to give you a simple song. All right. What a wonderful world. Good morning to music, good evening to music, and have a wonderful day. Okay, guys. So, for today, we're about to study one of the most important concept in terms of music. So, learning this concept will help you to improve your musicality and teaching styles. So for today, get ready for the elements of music. So I'll show you the slides. All right, guys, can you see the slide?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's start. So for today, we're going to have the elements of music. We're talking about elements of music. We're talking about the different fundamental concept in creating music. So let's start. Elements of music. You are embarking on an adventure through musical time. And this journey will be more pleasurable if you first become familiar with some basic musical concepts. Keep in mind that the most new experiences require some initial adjustment and insight. And the process is similar for visiting a distant country for a first time. You are instantly immersed in a different culture and surrounded by people who speak an unusual language or follow unfamiliar customs. This new experience could be either very exciting or quite unbearable, depending on your perspective. Okay, guys, so if we're talking about element music, this is one of the most important that you need to consider, especially in creating music. So just in case you will be future composer and contributor of music here in the Philippines as well as in the other countries, you should know how to consider the following elements. So let's start. First element is the pitch. If we're talking about pitch, it is defined as the relative highness or lowness of the sound. This is a general definition. In music, we speak of pitch as a specific tone that is specifically placed and notated. Pitch class, a relatively recent term, describe a generalized and generic relationship of pitches that sound essentially identical but are separated by a sense of highness and lowness of sound or tone or pitch. So for the pitch class also refers tones that share the same pitch space, that is, they sound identical but they are spelled. We're talking about the highness and lowness of sound, whether it is so high pitch, or low pitch. Yan. That's why last time we were able to discuss the rudiments as well as how to read notes. So we will have a short recap of that. The stuff, since early notation was not specified as the exact placement of pitch So this is where you're going to put your pitches or tones or different notations. Our parallel horizontal lines came into use in order to show exact placement. Interestingly, early system of notation employing parallel lines had been used in many used only in the lines themselves to locate pitch, not in space between. So if we're talking about staff, staff, this is we're talking about the staff, single staff. If it is more staff, it is staves. Next, we also have one common staff. We have the grand staff because it combines of a high staff and a low staff. It combined, known as the grand staff, the piano staff, or the great staff. So why is it every good boy does fine for the lines and FACE face for the spaces? Every is letter E. G line, which the start of our G clef. B line, D line, F line. So in each of these notes correspond with different pitches. That's why it's pitch. For different note names, again, we have tone names, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And we also have the pitch names, which are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And we also have the numerical names 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Or sometimes they use number 8. So you can see here, every good boy does fine. So we memorize that. First line, second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line. Every good boy does fine. First the space, FACE. Then you should know or master the equivalent other names of, for example, if you have F, that is also known as fa, also known as number 4. So they have the same tone but different names. So F is speech name, number 4 is numerical name, while fa is the sofa syllable or known as the tone names. Next, for your bass clef, as you can see, F line. That's our letter F. Good boys do fine always. So fine. On the fourth line, you can see the start of the bass clef or F clef. So F, G, A. So F, gas, A, always. So F, G, A. So you're going to master that. Good boys do fine always. Actually, you can create your own acronyms. You can create kung saan kayo mas madadalian. Then also for the spaces for the F clef or the bass clef, we have all cars eat gas. All cars eat gas. So ayan, for the spaces. For the space for the treble clef, FACE, face. So tindan nyo lang guys yan. Next, very important, of course, you need to consider the name. So you can see here the middle C, if naalala nyo itong last meeting. One ledger line, short line below the stop, and one short line above the stop of your treble clef as well as bass clef. So if you have here middle C, known as middle C, they have the same sound. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Or we have Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, Re, Mi, Fa. Or you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1. And then 2, 3, 4. And then if you go down, of course, you have 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for the number names. So also here we have Do, Ti, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do, Ti, La, Sol. See? So we have G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Take note. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There's no letter H. We're talking about told this if you're talking about the next element, which is rhythm. This is known as is the element of time in music. When you tap your foot to the music, or you are keeping the beat, or the following the structural rhythm pulse of the music, there are several important aspects for you to understand in terms of the element of rhythm. So what is that? Okay. Aspects of rhythm. First, beat. It's like a heartbeat. Dapat ramdam mo yung heartbeat. If you're talking about beat, that's the basic unit of time. So beat. Without the beat, you have no pulse, meaning you are dead. Dead music. Pero pag may beat, it should be alive. Beat. Also, one aspect to consider is duration. How long a sound or silence lasts. Pag sinabing duration, how long? Is it 1 beat, 2 beats, 3 beats, 4 beats? So for example, you have one, 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 one. You have one longer or shorter, one, 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 one. It depends on the duration of the note or rest. Next, also to consider in terms of rhythm is tempo. The speed of the beat, the speed of your heartbeat. Kung gaano kabilis yung heartbeat nyo, also, you should be constant tempo. If your tempo is fast, make it fast. If it is slow, slow. All right. So if you're talking about tempo, this is the slow or fast in music. As easy as that. Okay, as you can see here, in terms of rhythm, concept of the duration of the whole note, this one, open whole note, is also the same with the duration of your whole rest. For example, this is 4 beats, this is also 4 beats. If this is 2 beats, this is 2 beats. If this is 1 beat, this is also 1 beat. In short, it will depend on your time signature. So always look at your time signature before answering the number of beats of your note and rest. Next, so we have equivalent half note, half rest, quarter rest, 8 note, 8 rest, 16th note, 16th rest, 30-second note, 30-second rest, 64th note, 64th rest. So those are the equivalent time values. So they have the same time values of how long or how short should be played. So that's it. Also, in terms of rhythm, need to consider the following: grave, very slow and solemn, pronounced at grave. Kumbaga parang nililibing. Largo, slow and bored. Larghetto, not quite as low as larghe or largo. Adagio, slow. Lento, slow. Andante, literally walking pace. Meaning, as if you are walking at the session row. Mga ganyan. The normal walking pace. Andante. Moderato, moderate or medium. Moderato. Also known as, we have allegretto, not as fast as allegro. We have allegro, fast or quick. We have vivo or vivace, lively and brisk. Next, we also have presto, very fast, and of course, the fastest tempo we have prestissimo. Okay, I have here an apparatus known as the metronome. Tinatawag na metronome, guys. So you can see this metronome. This is a device that can help you how to determine the different tempos. For example, we have grave. I'll put the grave that is 40 beats. So yan. Naririnig niyo ba? Yeah. Kailangan makita niyo yung galaw ng yan. Grave. Very slow. Bayang magiliw. Ganyan. Para pagkakantay niyo yung lupang hinirang, which is yung alam niyo na. Then just in case, the actual how to sing the lupang hinirang is allegro. So we put allegro. For the allegro, we have 126 to 132. So how to sing it? Because singing the national anthem should be less than a minute. How is it? Bayang magiliw, kailan ang silanganan, alab ng puso. So that's the timing of allegro, fast, or quick. So meron din yung normal, we have na moderato, we put it here. Moderate, that is 96 beats per minute. Bayang magiliw, perlat ng silanganan. You see? In short, you can use different tempos for you to add a emotion of your song. So that is a sample of the different call this tempos, or those are samples of different tempos. So it goes with how many beats per minute. So for example, if you have grave, very slow, you have the prestissimo, the fastest beat. So mga ganyan. So gaano siya kabilis. Okay, let's proceed. Basic pattern. In terms of rhythm, guys, you should know how to consider basic rhythm. So we have the basic pattern exercises. If you're going to clap or you're going to count, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4. Okay, one more time. We're talking about number of beats. Wala siyang pan guys ha. Wala siyang time signature as you can see. So but the counting is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4. So if you're going to clap that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4. Then sometimes if you do like this, that's a rest. Usually mga kanto, may enjoy na mga kids, mga student nyo pag nagturo na kayo na rhythm. So you let them clap if there is note, clap. If rest, rest. Yan lang. Clap, note, rest. Okay, so again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4. Yan. Another basic pattern here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. See? Guys, pag rest, rest. Pag note, clap. So again, exercise number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So as easy as that. Okay, just in case you need to create a rhythm, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Constant to guys. Magiging constant. And then, if you try to do a segment pattern, pwede rin 1 and 2. Wait, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Then you combine 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Both of them will be combined together and you will create a rhythm. So ganun guys. So if you're talking about rhythm, we're talking about the combination of different patterns to produce rhythm. Or in short, you can combine the pattern 1, which is this, and the pattern 2. Pagsabayin nyo sila. If you try, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4. And then the other one will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mag-combine kayo. So you let your student do a certain pattern. So very enjoyable for the kids. Okay, next. Another very important, guys, to consider in terms of elements is known as dynamics. We're talking about dynamics. What will come to your mind? This is the dynamite. So we're talking about all musical aspects related to the relative loudness or quietness of music fall under the general element of dynamics. In short, dynamics is the volume in music. So siya yung nagsasabi ng or nanggugulat, meaning there is intense. Gets nyo yun, guys? Meaning, meron siyang softness and loudness of sound. Especially if you are angry, you have to create emotions of loud voice. If you are solemnly, then you speak very soft. Sometimes you don't know. Oh no. All right. So, ayun guys, if we're talking about dynamics, we're talking about the series of softness and loudness of sound. So how is it? So as you can see here, sa baba, as soft as possible, PPP or pianissimo. PP, pianissimo. We have P, piano, medium soft or mezzo piano. MF is also known as mezzo forte. F is forte. Double F or FF is fortissimo. Fortissimo. And while we have the FFF known as the fortissimo. So in short, from the soft volume to the loudest volume. Yan ang natawag na dynamics, guys. Okay, so take note of that. So very important in music, you don't just sing in terms of piano, soft, 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 soft. It will be boring. Dapat paibaybayin nyo, guys. You can use soft and then medium and then loud, especially if you're singing your chorus or your ending part. It should be grandioso. It should be played or sung in terms of a louder voice. And then, if, for example, if you're intro, mabigat yung intro, very strong, strong, and then suddenly soft. So dapat ramdam nyo yung dynamics. So how is it? Also here we have the dynamic chart. So ito na yan. Almost the same with the first slide. So PPP, pianissimo, very, very soft. That's the English term. And then we have PP, pianissimo, P, piano. By the way, these are Italian words, guys. The pianissimo, piano, mezzo forte, these are known as Italian words. Yun eh. Then we have mezzo piano, mezzo forte, forte, loud, fortissimo, loud. Next, we also have here crescendo, meaning increasing sound. So, gets louder. And the opposite of crescendo, meaning increase, is decrease, decrescendo. So, from loud going to soft, as easy as that. So you should have a feeling. That's like if you're playing a song. See, the dynamics. Instead of playing one type of, for example, you're just using one dynamics. See, it will be boring. Kailangan merong feelings, guys. It should be soft and loud, as well as the fast and slow. So in terms of the dynamics, again, consider the softness and loudness of sound. So sometimes you can do also clapping. Louder clap. Piano. Pianissimo. Piani. Mezzo forte. Forte. Fortissimo. Easy as that. So that is dynamics, guys. Okay, let's proceed. Next, one of the most important elements of music is known as the melody. Why? Because this is one of the most memorized part of your element. Siya yung pinaka maaalala natin, especially the lyrics for the song or the lead music. Yeah. In the linear horizontal presentation of pitch, the word used to describe the highness and lowness of the musical tone, many famous musical compositions have a memorable melody or theme. Very familiar yung mga melody. Like for example, pag narinig niyo yung intro part ng diba? Alam niyo na kung ano yung magiging melody niyan. So, ayun guys. In terms of melody, again, this is very important because this is one of the most essential element because this is the most memorized element because these are lyrics. So in terms of melodies can be derived from various scales such as traditional major and minor scales of tones. If we're talking about major, minor, of course, goes with the example you have major scale. So that is a major scale. For minor, so yun ang tunog ng major as well as minor scale. Alright? Also, we have here two more unusual ones such as the old church's melodies, the Renaissance music, or the medieval music during the 500 to 116 BC, a chromatic scale of the whole or whole tone scales in terms of, pag sinabi natin chromatic, guys, dahan-dahan siya. Yan. Kumbaga step by step from do sharp, re sharp, or so yan yung tawag na chromatic scale. Sometimes they do it also with a pentatonic scale. Five scale. Pag tinawag na pentatonic, it's a five scale note arrangement. So if we're talking about chromatic, of course, step by step, there are 12 series of notes in one scale of or one octave of a chromatic scale. So from do sharp, re sharp, mi, fa sharp, sol sharp, la sharp, then ti, do. So ganun siya, guys. So also, you have also to consider in terms of melodies, we have known as the conjunct and disjunct. Or if we're talking about conjunct melody, as you can see, ti, la, ti, do. So the notation arrangement is very near. Hindi siya lumalaktaw. Kumbaga from ti, do, re, mi. So very easy. While for the disjunct, you see, from ti, it goes to me. O, diba? Ang layo. From ti, naging mi. From do, la, mi, la. So this jump meaning there is a certain distance. A big jump, kumbaga. And then of course mix, as you can see here, it's combination of conjunct and disjunct. So if we're talking about melodies can be described as conjunct, smooth or easy to sing. Kasi why? Because of very near notes. Yan. Wait lang. Then also disjointly rich or jumpy, difficult to sing. For example, we have here conjunct. Magkakalapit ng note. So that's a sample of a conjunct, meaning dikit-dikit. Do, re, mi, fa. So hindi siya nagja-jump ng notes. So for conjunct melody, it's very easy for the singers to adjust. While for a disjunct, it's very challenging, just like the Star-Spangled Banner of the United States. Like, see, you see, there are series of jumps. So as you can see here, kita nyo yung jump niya. O, yan. Oh, Jose, can you see by the dawn early light? So, ayun. That is sample of a disjunct melody. Is that clear, guys? So again, we recall, first we have the pitch, followed by the rhythm, followed by dynamics, followed by melody. If we're talking about pitch, whether these are high notes or low notes, or depending on the
Sir, nawala po boses niyo.
Sir, nakamute po kayo.
Hello, sir. Nakamute po kayo, sir.
ayun guys, do you have any question guys? Kasi, sorry, nahanap ko yung nawala. So did you understand our 4 basic elements? Then the rest will be discussed. The 3 last elements will be discussed next meeting for you to understand more. You have question guys? Regarding the pitch, regarding rhythm?
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, ano po yung sinabi niyo nung nakamute kayo? Kasi hindi po namin narinig. Nakamute po kasi kayo on the last part, sir.
Last part. No, I just informed that we will be continuing for the last 3 remaining elements of music.
Sir, before that po, sa may Star Spangled Banner po.
Star Spangled Banner.
Po kayo nawala, sir.
Actually, that's the very last part. That's the last.
Okay po. Thank you po, sir.
Yes. Now, do you have questions before we end? Questions regarding the elements?
Pa-request ng song.
Request ng song. But we only have few minutes left. So ano?
3 minutes is enough, sir. Pasample naman dyan, oh.
Chorus lang, sir. Chorus lang.
Chorus lang. I'm not a singer. I'm more on instruments.
Sige po, sir. Okay lang po. Thank you.
Okay. Sige. This is very familiar. Annie Laurie. I'm not sure. Baka makopyright tayo pag na-post sa tumamaya. Okay. This is very popular flute piece. Yun yung tinugtog ni Sedi. Kung kilala niyo si Sedi, yung cartoons na pinapanood natin nung bata tayo. O panahon ko lang yun. So yun guys, if you want to hear more, I have covers. You just type my name sa YouTube, makikita niyo yung mga covers ko. Or you can just type my name sa Facebook, then it will be more, I have more cover samples that you can see. Any questions guys before we end? Questions?
Sir, how to be you po?
How to be?
Sir, yung
OMG. Okay guys, I'm really glad kasi I saw some of you are very talented in music in terms of pitch, singing, as well as some of you are inclined in playing musical instruments. So I am looking forward with our online mini concert for the end of this term. So pag-usapan na lang natin guys sa ating group chat, whatever will be the last presentation that we're going to present. Okay? So if you have more questions regarding the elements, just let me know sa group chat natin. As of now, guys, we still don't have the canvas. Naiinis na ako, guys. Kasi kung na, no? Halos araw-araw ko na kinukulit yung aming LMS coordinator. Ang ating LMS, na lagi nasabi, sir, bakit wala pa rin? Actually, I already have all the subjects sa